Hello, everyone. Welcome to another talk show with Mickey. As you all know, my name is Mickey Chavra. I'm a head of education in Sirus Migration, Australia. And today we will be discussing about study options in Canada. I've been getting a lot of calls lately from students who are looking for options for permanent residency and not able to secure permanent residency. And then straight away, the next question is, how about Canada? Can we go to Canada from Australia? And the answer here is yes, of course, you can apply for a student visa for Canada or an express entry for Canada as well. Now, before I go a lot further into detailed discussion about Canada, I just want to discuss, uh, who can apply for a Canadian student visa. If you are a student visa holder in Australia and you have a valid visa, substantive visa that you hold in Australia, or a 485 visa, yes, you are eligible to apply for study in Canada. Now, when we talk about applying student visas for Canada, there are two different categories that you can apply for. There's a STS category and a non-STS category. We will discuss in detail about the STS category, but let me give you some information about study in Canada. So what happens is if you go for study in Canada on a student visa and you are studying there for a minimum period of 1 year, you will get a post-study work visa for 1 year. But in case you deem to study more than 1 year, if you study for a minimum period of 2 years in Canada, you will get up to 3 years post-study work visa to go and work, like similar as 485 visa in Australia, so postgraduate work stream visa. Now, the next available options for study in Canada is going to be in September 2021. Canada works a little bit ahead as compared to Australia. So if you want to apply for September, you have to apply now. And now is the time to apply, like May 2021 for September. If you want to apply in July, you'd be looking at next year, 2022. So you have to keep in mind that you need at least 3 to 4 months duration in order to process your visa. The application process and the offer letter process takes time in Canada more than what you do in Australia. A lot of important things to be considered while applying for a student visa for Canada is you can see it on the screen here behind my back. So you have to find relationship to your education that you're studying in Australia, or maybe relationship of study to your work experience that you had overseas or in Australia. So let's say, for example, you are studying Masters of Professional Accounting here. So and your work experience might be in the hospitality industry. So we got to find out more relationship with your, either with your education or your work experience that you currently having in Australia, or maybe you had in the past, you worked in a hotel industry or a hospitality industry. So we will help you choose the right course for your SOP for Canada visa. So a direct relationship is very, very important when you're applying for an offer letter with any of the universities in Canada. The next thing we're going to talk about here is where to study in Canada. Obviously, similar to Australian studies, Canada prefers students going into regional universities and colleges in Canada. Now, there are huge cities which are also considered regional education cities in Canada. For example, Winnipeg or Calgary are considered, Regina is considered regional areas for Canada. So you might have more opportunities to go for Canadian permanent residency after you finish your education with one of those colleges or universities in the regional area. Now, coming back to the student direct stream visa, which is the SDS category. Now, there are a few conditions who can apply under this SDS category. You have to be a passport holder or a resident of one of these following countries. So the popular countries that we have seen we getting calls from, I'll list a few, are if you are a citizen or a passport holder of India, Pakistan, Philippines, or Vietnam. So you are eligible for the SDS direct stream student visa category, which means we can apply for your student visa online, and you can get an outcome of your student visa within 3 to 4 weeks at a maximum period of time. Now, what are the conditions for applying for direct stream SDS category? You must have an valid offer letter from one of the Canadian universities or colleges, number one. So there's a list behind me where you can have a go through it. So you must have paid 1 year of tuition fees for your Canadian university or college. You must have a minimum amount of Canadian $10,000 in your bank account to be transferred to your bank account in Canada. You must have a bank account active in your home country as well. So, not just here in Australia, but also in your home country. You must have an IELTS score of 6, no less than 5.5. Some of the universities also accept PTE, but it's not a very popular English test score for Canada. It would be preferred IELTS Academic is one of the most popular, or TOEFL. After you've done this process, if you're eligible for the SDS category, then you will need to go through a BUPA medical examination in Australia, and a fingerprint biometrics has to be done in Australia before you can travel to Canada once your visa is granted. Now, the application process, of course, we got to discuss the application process because a lot of students are calling us and asking about the application process. How does it, how do they start? How long does it take? Okay, it starts from applying for a letter of offer with one of the universities or colleges in Canada. Of course, the application fees is payable. Most of the colleges and universities in Canada are not free. Unlike Australia, you have to pay an application fees in order to apply for a offer letter for one of those colleges. So the application fees ranges anywhere between $100 to $200 for most of the colleges or universities there. The cost of living in Canada is considered a lot lower as compared to what we have here in Australia. Australia is considering a cost of living for one single student on an average of 21,000, as compared to Canada is requesting you for only 12,900 on an average, depending on the state where you are going to be studying in Canada. Now, when it comes to tuition fees, I can only give you an approximate range of the tuition fees because there's different courses and there's different prices for every course. You might be doing a bachelor's or a master's or a diploma level. Tuition fees ranges anywhere between $13,000 to $17,000 per annum, which is per year. So when you're applying for studying in Canada, you might have to pay the full 1 year tuition fees if you want to fall into the SDS category, which is the fast processing visa category for international students wanting to go to Canada for future studies. Canada is at this moment inviting a lot of immigrants. So they are giving permanent residency to international students, to immigrants through direct stream category, express entry category, and Canada aims to invite 400,000 immigrants by 2023. You can see the statistics behind me, what they're aiming at, and they've already currently, I think in this year, already invited over 35,000 immigrants for permanent residency in Canada. There is no such as in a skilled occupation list or a demand list, but there is a priority list, and it's just not restricted to nurses. So when we talk about healthcare, if you are not a nurse, you don't want to be a nurse, that's fine. You could be one of the frontline health workers and you still could be invited for priority list. Some of the examples for these courses would be health service administration, support workers, healthcare managers, occupational health and safety officers. Uh, Now, there are other occupations as well which could fall into the priority list, which are very popular courses in Canada at this stage. I'll give you some examples, like if you want to study big data science, or you want to study maybe truck repair course, or network technical support courses are there. Air conditioning technicians is a very popular course, or welding courses, and other examples would be robotics, for example. So if you want to go to Canada, there are different options available. It's not just restricted to, let's say, healthcare by itself. Now, scholarships, yes, scholarships are always available in Canada as well. Scholarships can go up to 20-25% depending on the university or the college that you wish to apply for. There are different scholarships available at different stages. Now, the next intake is September 2021. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity to go to Canada for study, and now is the time to apply. So if you are interested, give us a call and book in a free consultation for study in Canada with myself, Mickey Chabra, on 0733618177, or just walk into our office at 344 Queen Street, Brisbane. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and let them know that there are multiple opportunities waiting out there for you. Thank you very much for watching this video.